Welcome to the Set to Screen series. Now, the subject today is sound.
I'm Wayne Pashley. I'm the supervising sound editor, sound designer for Australia. They've given us the opportunity to come up here, even though I'm a post guy, to come up with the crew and capture the sounds of this incredible location. Okay, recording. This is exterior salt plains. One of the film's primary characters is the land. And by getting a chance to come out here, get the rivers, the gorges, the open plains, it's just nothing like it. And I think it's going to be well worth it for the film because at the end of the day, it's about this country. In any motion picture soundtrack, there are 5 elements. Those 5 are dialogue,
Welcome to Australia.
music, sound effects, Foley, and atmospherics, or otherwise known as backgrounds. The dialogue, being the human story, is by far and away the most important attribute to sound.
Please do not say another word.
Well, I'm not sure if anybody's ever tried this before, and I'm not sure whether anybody will ever try it again. My name is Guntus Six, and I am, I suppose, what they call a production sound mixer, a sound recordist. And my job is to record the sound that goes with each picture as we shoot it, basically, starting with dialogue and also with some sound effects if I can, and all the rest of the stuff that we need for the soundtrack. The challenge is to record the dialogue, in my opinion. That's the main part of the job. That's the actors talking, saying the script, basically.
You heard what I said. Get off my property!
One of the key members of my team is the boom swinger, and in this case it's Mark Van Kool, very experienced Australian boom swinger. Boom swingers have a very tricky job, and they have to watch out for camera, and they have to watch out for the frame, and they have to watch out for lights so they don't cast any shadows, and at the same time I'm always on their back to get the microphone as close as possible so they get the sweetest sound.
Sound speed! 65 Jamaica, take 1. Quiet please, rolling!
In any film production, for sound recorders like Guntus Six, absolutely everything conspires to stop you from getting that clean, pristine track.
We're set in the late 30s here, so there shouldn't really be wind machines running in the back of shot. I've got to roll. Speeds up.
Sound speed!
Thank you.
Right.
70 Bravo, take 3B marker.
More smoke. Push it. Get ready for the pivot. And standing by, action cue. Flame, smoke, turn. Not only were we outdoors, but we were under extraordinary constraints, so time was very, very short.
Keep going, keep circling.
I'm just trying to get what I can and work around all the things that he has to do first of all, because at this stage the picture takes priority completely. I use various tools of the trade, including wild tracks, where I record the dialogue separate to the camera so that the editor has something to work with. We use radio mics, you know. We might shoot 12 takes and 3 of those might be good for me and 9 of them might be lousy, but that's okay because the editor can use the sound from those takes for other print takes. So there are all sorts of ways around it, basically. As much as we try and record pristine sound, sometimes we just simply can't.
Because of that, there comes then sound that is created in the studio, and that brings us to the subject of additional dialogue, or ADR as it's called.
And with that, we bring the cast into the studio, we put the film up, and basically get to redo the lines.
Milady. Hi, I'm Jack Thompson, and I'm here doing ADR for the wonderful Kipling Flynn. Kipling Flynn!
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Kipling Flynn, milady. Kipling Flynn, milady. Thank you.
There's 2 options with it. One is if we love the performance on the day, well, it's just about replacing it. So rhythmically and musically, it's about the cast getting back into character and repeating what they've done. But with ADR, you do have another shot at it. You do have the opportunity to look at the arc of a character across a scene, the film having been edited. So from a close-up to a wide shot to a mid-shot or whatever, you're able to then take the character arc and smooth that out and actually give it weight in the subtext that you may have never seen before. Fabulous.
They're fabulous.
Moving right on.
Moving on.
The first thing to understand is what, in a scene, in terms of its sonic world, it may seem totally spontaneous. There are birds and cars and people speak, and even as I speak to you now, the rustle of my jacket, the movement of my feet, so as people walk up. So there will be, if this was a film, there'll be a guy in a studio with a whole lots of bits and pieces, gravel, and he'll be recreating, moment by moment, every sound. You know, it's a sound interview. I guess we can relieve this thing.
Hi, I'm Simon Hewitt. I'm the Foley artist on the film Australia. We're in here doing all the footsteps for the film, including main characters and any backgrounds. We'll be in here for approximately 200 hours, I would think, and maybe a little bit more.
And Foley has a very important reason for being. One is that it keeps your focus on screen. So when a character may have a leather jacket or creaky crocodile boots or spurs or wonderful silk dresses on the female cast, whatever, by here you don't notice it, but when that is falling in line with the dialogue, it keeps your focus. And it keeps the dialogue and the body all as one, which enables the audience to keep a point of view. That's amazing. What we had then was just this most beautiful wind that's just howling gently across the plains here, way off in the distance where the hills are. You can still hear, distant crows, but I gotta say, I've never been to such a dead location in all my life. There is no reverb and there's no delays at all. Completely dead. But I get a bit more of this. It's absolutely gorgeous. So there we go.
Even silence in movies is sound. They'll lay in what they call the atmos tracks, so there'll be air conditioning, there'll be the sounds of birds, and so layering that atmosphere is very important. In a naturalistic sense, you might just reproduce what's there. But it can be employed to create drama. The atmospheres very much can create drama. For example, in a scene where, say, Lady Sarah Ashley is inside her bedroom and she can hear noises outside, the predominant sound is that of King George chanting. But also there's the night sound of the crickets and the feeling that the world is vast and broad and that she is a tiny person in this huge space. So atmospheres can contribute directly to drama. And Wayne Pashley is responsible for getting those atmospheres. As a result, he will go on location, and his capturing of atmospheres is as crucial as the orchestra capturing sounds. And he will be taking those building blocks, he will be taking those sonic colours and mixing them to paint the final sonic picture.
It's a surround sound microphone, and we're going to use it to record the brumbies. So we're going to put it on the back of a very tall and strong horse rider, and he's going to ride in amongst the brumbies. And this microphone records 360 degrees in every direction. So we want to tell that bit of the story where Nicole hears the brumbies arriving and they thunder through into the audience's ears. Traditionally in feature films, surround sound was created from a bunch of different soundtracks, all put together and mixed so that it surrounds you when you're in the cinema. But this little baby records actuality in surround. So for the first time in my whole career, I can go somewhere and record the place. Technology's changed probably astronomically about 15 years ago when it went digital. So since then, I've been recording noughts and ones, really. And now we just use a laptop, and I've got an external hard drive, and it's really fantastic. It's extremely flexible. I've found that it's extremely tough as well. I mean, we get little dust storms here all the time, and it's hot and horrible, and the gear just works like clockwork.
This world is like no other. So, you know, listen. See the movie with your ears, people.